On the last episode of Revival, a Dungeons & Dragons real play podcast, the trap on Michael was all a trick to catch him in a position he couldn't escape from. We built sets and faked the artifact hunt to lure him to a false Ark of the Covenant, a cover for an insidious trap. However, things got dicey when Michael's belief was strong enough to forge his own flaming sword. In the end, Michael's guiding angel turned out to be a fraud. He was manipulated by the Wonderland group of surviving humans. He was to become their savior and become a half-magic, half-mundane host known as Neuromancer. The Revival crew and their allies fought their way through swaths of remote-controlled half-magic androids as they made their way through a portal opened by Neuromancer. We last left off right where it all began, the streets of New York City.
All right, I'm still thinking about that cat, guys.
Oh my god. I'm still thinking about those wild hogs if we're dredging up bad memes.
I'm thinking about that beans.
Hogs.
Did you know the Beans dog is dead now?
Yeah, it's been dead for
It's
10
been
years
a
or
long
something.
time.
No, the Bush's baked beans. That dog is dead.
Yeah, they've been using that dog as a mascot for a very long time.
I mean, you don't know if it's been the same dog the entire time, though.
I feel like they would have told us.
First off, factually incorrect. The Bush family recipe's a secret. Why would they tell us that the dog's the same?
That's true.
The dog had loose lips. I had to cut ties with him.
As anyone from the Midwest must do. Now I gotta go, bro. Have you ever been to Raising Cane's, bro? It's so good. Way better than Popeyes. Way better.
Didn't we do this meme, but with Zaxby's?
Maybe. But they proudly, they've got like a golden retriever as their mascot, and they're like, yo, this is like the third one.
Well, here's the thing. They have dog treats on hand at the drive-thru window at Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
They're chill.
That's such a fucking Midwest thing to do.
Right? It's so insufferably Midwest. Speaking of insufferably Midwest.
We're in New York. You can't say that.
Yeah, but I'm insufferably Midwest. Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Speaking of get me out of here, this fucking thing we're standing in front of on Revival, the Dungeons & Dragons Real Play podcast.
Yeah.
Sniped.
Wait, were we even going to do an intro? Because we were going to do like a hard cut in the middle of the thing. It's going to seem mad awkward.
We have an intro now. Let's just go with it.
Yeah, just roll with it.
Yeah, basically we went way too late, and then we had to stop.
And someone crashed.
Yeah.
It was me. I crashed. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be done much sooner, so
It was Elias
that
and
was
his
my bad.
45-minute turns.
But I forgot that combat is, a nightmare.
This was the closest we've ever had to like a traditional D&D fight where we just kind of go through an area and punch things.
Yeah.
I like punching
Yeah.
things.
So
Anyway, so what's this guy up to? What's he doing?
You have rounded the corner and come face to face with the thing. Very large. It's just a swirling mass of eyes and faces, all sort of dissonantly saying shit. It's sort of overwhelming, but you can see a static, face and body that clearly is Michael at about the base.
I really don't like this, by the way. Like, as a player, this is uncomfy.
Yeah, but like his arms and legs, are sort of stuck in the thing. Like he doesn't have hands or feet.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
He's looking like a Shoggoth.
Yeah, kind of. He's gonna look up at you and not gonna say anything.
Are those walls still there, or did they...
Oh no, those walls are still there and they're like 40 feet tall or some shit. I mean, you could just walk up.
Yeah.
True.
You can all be assumed to round the corner shortly.
I am gonna, take a few steps towards it slowly and say, oh, my brother, I've given up so much to try and get you back, and I fear the worst is yet to come.
I'm not your brother. You're still harping on that crap? What are you even gonna try to do?
Well, you got any ideas?
I mean, you're the one saying, help me, and then you're saying, kill me. You're giving us mixed signs here.
He's going to look down, tense, and clench his teeth. There never was a god here. I felt everything that they've felt for the last however many years they've been stuck here.
Are they the ones that put you against Red?
He's going to look up. Does it even matter anymore?
Well, this thing was heading in the direction of MSG. I would figure they had something to do with it.
They do. I can't blame them.
Is there something there that warrants investigation? I mean,
Is that really important right now?
I mean, he was heading towards it, John. I'm pretty sure it's important.
Lazarus and all of you said that they all got saved. They all got raptured. That's a fucking lie. They've been here writhing. He didn't save them, and even now he can't hear them.
When you say he, is he talking about Red, or is he talking about Lazarus?
He's talking about Yahweh.
Yeah. On that, the faces are going to stop. They're going to look down at him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to see them again. I had to see them again. Please understand. That's all the faces. They're going to look at you. Like eyes snap open. And then just start swirling again. Start screaming. Michael is going to, tense up in agony. Don't look at me! And the ground around you guys is going to start to shift and erupt.
Uh-oh.
As this thing is going to shoot up into the sky. Michael is going to look down. Everything we ever did, John. Everything we ever believed in is a fucking lie. And if you won't believe that, I'll show you. And a sheet of rock is going to shoot up in front of it. This thing is going to go at least a solid 150 feet into the air on just a massive stone pillar. Stop.
Okay.
You're going to hear some pulsing. And then out of the cracks of this stone cocoon, you're going to see the flesh amalgam thing start to ooze out. And yet more rock and stuff is going to shoot up all around you, mixed with bone and sinew, as this thing is making just a gigantic spire that is going to envelop around you. And before you know it, you're inside a room. It builds a ceiling and floor, walls around you. And these things are just covered now in veins and old bedrock and earth and shit. Pipes that are now leaking water and who knows what else. Old corroded water and shit. And there's going to be a staircase in front of you.
I'm guessing going up.
Yeah.
This ain't right. This whole thing ain't right.
Pat doesn't want to go up these stairs. This thing's fucking spooky as shit. But we can't just leave for a lot of reasons. Most important one being Michael. We got to go up, John.
Is that the most important one to you?
I mean, isn't it to you?
Well, yeah.
It's important to me, John.
Well, thank you, Patton. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start ascending the steps.
Okay. As you start ascending, you're going to hear a faint voice. It was so cold. It was so dark. We were running out of food. And the staircase is going to end, and you're going to see a small room with like these stone mannequins of a large crowd of people. A big old like door with a little window on it. Someone on the other side of the door, like walking away, and someone with their hand on the window, like clearly in a pained voice, and the other hand banging on the door. And you're going to see one of these faces on the wall looking down at a figure of someone like medium build, looks like a small girl, just sitting with her arms around her knees. There's a whole bunch of like tables and chairs and what looks to be like some computers and lab equipment. It looks like they rebuilt one of these Tonalli labs out of stone.
Okay.
Is the girl on the inside of the lab?
Yes.
Okay.
There's just a massive, massive crowd of people.
Mm-hmm.
So is this a representation in sequence, or is it like the entire scene just splayed out?
It's a freeze frame. None of this stuff is moving.
Okay.
They told us they would come back, but they never did.
Patton,
Days turned to weeks. We were running out of food.
Patton, I may not be a genius or something like that, because I never asked you this, but how come those people inside you, why have they never, I don't know, brought this up to you? Would you have any idea, or should I ask, how long have you been like this?
Not terribly long. I mean, this isn't. It's not like I could just like pull them up on the phone. Like this is. I'll be honest, Jerry. You know about as much as I do about what's going on, like in here, but out of here, pretty sure this is someone waiting for them to come back from wherever they went with these networks and this. It's too much. Too many different groups, too many different clouds, too many different competing ideas.
Well, it looks like the end times, or at least their end times.
Waiting for someone who's never going to come back.
The face on the wall looks like fairly featureless, but it does look young and slightly feminine. No hair or anything, just like a blank human face, just looking at what is very clearly their sculpture. There's another door.
I'll go and open the door unless someone else wants to go first for whatever reason.
Yeah, Elias is just kind of following along, but also kind of leaving tendrils wafting as it goes to see if any of this is connected to anything.
Okay. So as you guys go up, you can also hear a very faint heartbeat.
Is it getting louder as we keep going up and up?
Yeah. In the next room, you go up, and in this room you see a small child figure sitting on the ground with like a little like toy truck in their hand. And they're holding it up to two other stone figures, one with the arm around the other. And they're leaning down slightly like they're about to help them with it. And you see two faces on the wall looking in. There's just like blood and sinew and tendrils like all around the walls in this place, which are of course pulsing.
Of course.
Of course.
I want to go ahead and see if I can tap into one of those. Just kind of passively, not like actively probing, but just seeing like where does this all link back to? And if I need to do a nature check, I'm down.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
This is more, Elias, I don't know if you would consider this passive perception or something, but it's not like I'm making an active effort. It's more like all of this stuff is kind of overwhelming and drawing my attention whether I want it to or not.
If I wanted to assist Elias with that, would that have to be nature?
Nat 20.
For me?
Nat 20?
Never mind.
Okay. So you get just like this slight little twinge, right? This like pile, everything around here is suffocating. Like while you're around this whole thing, it's suffocating. Mana can't get in, mana can't get out. But you can feel just the faintest little line of mana tracing through this whole thing, going up and up and up, and culminating in a little center at the very top.
Oh. Elias is going to start sprinting.
And these mana like strands are getting stronger.
As we go up.
As you sprint past,
I'm gonna follow Elias? Question mark?
the face is going to say, I had to see him again. I had to see him again. I'm sorry.
We need to get Michael out of this thing now.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, the heartbeat is going to get louder. Next room, you're going to see a scene of a man like with his hand on a blast door, screaming, like with a gun in hand, and it looks like he's trying to break down the door. And on the other side, you can see someone outside in like a nature scenescape, all made out of stone. And they have a look of just abject horror on their face. And behind this guy is a group of guys with guns and like hazmat suits trying to pull him back.
Trying to pull him back through the door to their side.
We'll pull him away from the door. It's like he's trying to open up this airlock door.
Oh, okay.
Face on the wall again. She didn't make it.
Can you show me what I need to see?
We don't have time for this.
So I'm assuming Elias is just going to like shoulder check the door.
Yeah, basically trying to... all of this is like a slow distraction.
All right. Next room, you're going to see an elderly looking man sitting in a chair reading a book. His head is slightly turned up at a figure of a elderly looking woman, like standing in a doorway, hand up, like one hand up on the doorway. Just sort of like a pleasant home scene. You're going to see one of these faces that's going to look slightly more like elderly.
It's got more lines in the stone.
Well, yeah, it's like got some wrinkles and crow's feet and stuff. And this one is just lightly sobbing.
Hmm.
And as you start sprinting up, presumably you guys following Elias.
I'm following Elias.
Well, Jerry's like really pulled to these distractions just because he has to be. It's like, what the fuck is this? He's like turning his head, kind of just like slowing down a bit at points.
Snapping some shots.
Yeah. Yeah, the heartbeat is getting louder. And as you're running up, you can just hear in a bunch of different voices, I had to see them again. I'm sorry. Please understand. I have to find them.
Have you tried Denver?
I don't like that, but I'm still sprinting.
And as you guys are going up, you're going to notice there's less and less of the blood. The heartbeat is going to get lessened as you're going up. Then you're going to burst into another room that this one is just massive. High ceilings, and you're going to see an image of a large man, looks like an orc, with a cowboy hat. He's got a shotgun in one hand. He's holding another person by like the shirt with the other. It looks like he's in the process of headbutting them. And you could see another figure on the ground clutching their arm. And the arm is like crumbled and broken off and mangled. And there's a blast on the ground from the shotgun in his hand. Hiding behind a building corner, looking in on this scene, you can see a thin, kind of lanky elf peeking over.
And the face on this orc?
Oh, he just looks like he's in the middle of just like pure rage. But like also like kind of happy.
And the two people are humans, right?
No.
No. Are they elves by chance?
No. Well, one of them is an elf, the other one's a dwarf.
Oh, did one of them have their fingers cut off?
No.
Damn.
And the Michael statue looks like in awe. Like he's got a wide-eyed look of admiration on his face.
So that's Michael peeking across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is John before he went to New York, supposedly.
Further along in this room, you can see another scene of a man on the ground, like crawling away, back crawl on his, like, with that stump hand, like, backing up. You see another statue right behind it of him, like, slipping, and then him just putting his hand up in front of the shotgun that the John statue has raised. And then the next statue is just John standing there by himself. The other statue is gone.
Dishing out vigilante justice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Well, you act like we ain't never killed bad guys before.
I pass no judgment.
I mean,
It's
we
just
have,
like, oh,
but like usually this one.
We don't have time for this.
I get it, Elias, but
This isn't what you think it is.
There's another statue standing in front of the door up to the next one. It's John standing there with his bandana up and the hat low, shotgun over his arm. As you approach, the head on the statue is going to fall off and shatter on the ground. And a new rock statue, like a new head, is going to push out of the shoulders, and it's going to be Michael's head. All I wanted was to be like you.
You're a fool, Michael. We each got our own special thing, and killing bad guys is mine. I'm sure you'd find yours if it wasn't ending the world like this.
Okay, so up the next stairs, this time just on the walls and around you as you're running up, you can see more images of, like, looking back, you know, you guys confronting Michael for the first time. You can see, like, that smug look on his face, and it just falls away to reveal one of just abject confusion. You see the scene on the wall of him in front of that shack with that, like, grin on his face, and that one falls away to just look of one of, like, desperation and concern. I did what you did.
Those people you killed weren't bad people.
Were yours?
Yeah, or else I wouldn't have killed them.
It's too simple, John. You know you won't take that.
Well, it's the truth.
Is it? Is it really?
You got a better truth?
I feel like we've been led into a lot of bad situations. And maybe the people we killed had more reasons than we...
Well, maybe they should have told us before they started shooting.
John, I thought I'm supposed to be the bad one here.
There's a group of statues are going to form on the stairs. First, Michael. Then, Azrael. Gabriel. Abaddon. Jersey. Etc., etc. And at the very end, at the very top of the stairs, is John. Looking down with a big old grin on his face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. You were supposed to lead us. You were supposed to join us.
I was supposed to lead you into what?
Based on what?
Shut up, Matt.
The statue is going to collapse, and the Abaddon and Jersey statues are going to collapse. Anywhere but here.
I mean, the things you did, this kind of thing is always where it was going to lead. You tried bringing on the apocalypse, for God's sake.
You're going to hear an echoing voice. I'm sorry. Please understand. And that's just going to echo and get repeated in different voices and tones. As one more statue is going to form, and that is this big, like, faceless, winged thing menacing over all the other statues.
Are we able to get past these statues? Or are they blocking our way?
Oh, you can kind of muscle past them, but they're definitely slowing you down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to follow Elias.
He followed where I led.
Is that the the Neuromancer thing, or is that the...
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's kind of hard to tell. They're all kind of the same thing.
I played along. You played along.
I don't know why I did. Is there something that you're going to show me in particular?
Stop talking to it.
It's going to go silent. You guys are going to keep going up these stairs. They're just going to start, like, it's starting to turn into like this big ass spiral staircase.
Are the steps all, as we keep going up, are they still staying like uniform, or are they getting all weird?
Oh, they're getting kind of wonky, and a lot of them are getting covered in blood and
Slick, viscous.
flesh and faces.
It's getting progressively more horrifying as we ascend.
Yeah.
Michael is... It's hard to explain. We have to get up there.
Cool, thanks.
We literally don't have time to... I'm sprinting. This is like... I can't talk.
Yeah. So, you guys are sprinting up and up and up and up, and you can see a big-ass door in front of you. You guys have gone up a lot of stairs at this point. God failed them, Gorkrek. If there's anything I can do to make up for my worthless life, it's giving them the God they need.
This is why we need to stop him.
I see.
Yeah, Elias, I'm on board with that. I'm out of here. Let's go.
As you guys are now running up, you're going to feel a sudden, sharp turn. The air is no longer suffocating. You can feel everything around you. Everything feels weirdly magical.
Yikes.
I like this, but I also don't like this.
The face's eyes are going to like open wide, like it, and then have like a look of excitement. They're all going to start darting around all over the place as you guys like smash through the last door into open air.
Oh, nothing below us?
This is like a massive rooftop spire thing that is connected by this weird thin walkway to like a hospital. See, like you're on a massive skyrise, like 200 feet up or some shit like that.
So we're in like a Space Needle kind of meme. Is the floor transparent to where we can see below?
No. The wind is howling, and in the center of this thing, you can see this pile kind of congeal into a roughly humanoid form. It's going to solidify, turn jet black, then red, then blue, then white. It's going to start floating off of the ground. Look over at you. I found them.
Their bodies or their souls?
They will come back to me.
You know, I don't think that's what they want. Is anyone else with me on this? I think this.
I ain't got no idea.
It's going to, like, tilt its head back and scream, and its face is going to, like, rip open. The small humanoid form is going to just get ripped apart as this now massive winged creature is going to emerge. It's like at least 90 feet tall, wingspan like 200 feet. It's going to float down in front of the spire, its face up near you. Its body is like opal with some swirling, features in it, like those iridescent jewel-like features. Its face is sort of like a mannequin. It's a humanoid face with just these black pits for eyes and a jagged maw with no defined teeth. It's just like a bit too wide. And the teeth themselves, like they're like shark teeth style, and they are also just jet black. It's going to turn its head and look over. From up here, you can see Madison Square Garden. You can also see a ton of people up on rooftops looking up. Like, the ground below is just swarming with people who look terrified. It's going to extend its hand in the direction of Madison Square Garden, raise its hand, and you're going to hear the ground rumble and explode as something gets lifted out of the ground underneath Madison Square Garden. It appears to be a massive corpse.
I roll to, like, put a tendril into, like, every single eye that I can see. Like, on this, just snap me and Specky together, put a tendril into every single eye.
Oh, you are way too far up.
Oh, I thought we were up with it.
Oh, you are. But those people are like 200 feet below you.
No, not the people's eyes. You said this thing had a bunch of eyes, right?
Oh, now it's just got two.
Oh, well, so I want to put tendrils in both of its eyes.
Okay, you're gonna try and shoot those? You don't even really need to roll for that, but like
Roll to eye gouge.
yeah, you shoot for that, and Specky like shoots those in, then looks freaked out, sucks the tendrils back out, and just shakes its head at you. No.
John, you need to do something right now.
This body, it pulls up, like smacks its head on the side of the building and rolls over in your guys' direction.
The corpse of its own volition, or him moving it
Him moving it. It just kind of flops over.
like a
It's
rag doll. Ugh.
It's got like flowing water for hair, sort of grassy green skin, these flowers and lily pads flowing within the hair. It's got elvish ears, a very like small, sort of like cute features. And it's wearing a long flowing robe of leaves of all of the different seasons. And its jaw is going to, like, hang agape, like, broken. Hey, Elias. Why, boy howdy, that's the goddess of nature.
Can I roll nature to see if that's actually the goddess of nature?
Oh, yeah, sure, go for it.
I'm going to roll, before I even, like, tell you the result, you're just going to say it's the goddess of nature. So here, listen for the dice roll.
So like the one from
it was,
material plane, like that.
A 35.
Hold up.
That was a 35?
Yeah.
Okay, on a 35, you're just going to get a little, like, flashback scene of Alonza saying, nature is dead.
Yeah, but is that the goddess of nature from this plane or from a different plane?
Oh, that's from the material, that's from the prime material plane.
Like the one that we came from.
Oh, yeah.
That's bad.
At this point, John's on his knees crying. This whole thing has terrified and broken him.
It's going to drag the body out as people are, screaming. The body is going to float up. This thing is also massive. The dead face is going to look at you, and like the eyes are going to track onto you slightly, as you're going to see this thing's maw open up, and it's just going to start like going to town, just eating this head first.
John, I need you to stay with us right now, okay? You need to...
My God, what do I do? Tell me what to do.
You need to grit your goddamn teeth and stand up.
Maybe he's right. Maybe it's all been a lie.
This thing is going to just... It's howling this whole time. As, you're also going to get an immediate feeling, an immediate knowledge, just an implicit understanding that this thing is now a god. And also, as you look down at all the people around you, you can tell also implicitly it's claiming everybody around it, everything, as its followers.
Is that affecting my pact?
Oh yeah, it's definitely affecting it. Like, you can feel that. It's trying to take control of your followers.
I'm gonna fight back.
Oh yeah. You guys are not being affected, but everybody else is being claimed, and if they try to fight back, they'll die.
Now, I may not be from no fancy material plane, but I thought it was like the other way around.
Oh yeah, it normally is supposed to be like that.
But it's not this time.
Hey, wait a second, that's illegal.
And for Elias, on that, nat 20 that you got for this thing, yeah, this thing is reading as a lot of magic and also a lot of not. And in the same way that, magic ties every living thing together, it appears that it's trying to tie everything together with not magic.
Yeah.
And it's forcibly dragging everyone onto its network.
You think I can stop this, Elias?
Is there any way for me to connect John to this thing directly?
Maybe. Or there would be if the wings on the thing didn't fall off, shatter, and condense into two floating entities. One of them is... It looks like a vivisected human. Yeah, its head is a full-on skull. It's going to catch on fire, and it's going to grow like pure white angelic wings, and just start screaming. And then the other one is going to split off of the wing, grow pure black wings. It's going to have a white body, almost like this thing. You're going to see like horizontal stripes of dark blue that then like paint drip down, revealing a relatively feminine figure. It's going to have long raven black hair, and it looks like it's crying. And, if you will, on the map screen, please switch yourself to the map that I labeled all screaming.
I thought you were going to say, like, roll insight. I was going to say, I'm going to respectfully decline.
That wind is going to start blowing very heavily and just lift you guys up and chuck you across the street over to that gigantic hospital building, but it's going to set you down relatively gingerly. These two things are going to be flying after you, screaming and crying respectively, and are going to land on either sides of this massive building, making these big-ass craters. And why don't you guys roll me some initiative?
How about you roll D's?
Before we do that, is John still like having a breakdown at this point?
I don't know. Is John still having a breakdown?
Does it look like we're about to be attacked?
Oh, yeah.
Then I think I've come out of it enough to protect my friends.
Okay, we were about to have a moment, but if you've done that, then
16.
Okay.
Look, if you want to have a moment, I'll have a moment.
I will consider you guys to have had a short rest, so, spend healing surges to heal yourself up. To heal yourself up as you would like.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I fucking wasted an 18 on this initiative.
So what is your real ass total initiative?
God
29.
damn. Patton's ready for this.
Yeah, Patton's interpretation of what's going on right now, if it's true or not, is the reason we're kind of kept safe. It's either because of me or it's because of Michael. But whatever this thing's doing is not good. It's really, really not good.
Is it bad?
What did Elias roll for initiative?
16.
If there's one thing that I've ever needed to do, in like the whole time I've been here on the Rock, this is probably the most important thing, besides getting my patents approved.
As important, I would say.
So Jerry's going to realize that his initial tactics to John did not get through. So he's going to walk over and just slap John as hard as possible.
Oh, that's... John's gonna slap Jerry.
What do you mean, what the hell? You're the one having a breakdown while the entire world is at stake.
Yeah, haven't you seen what's been going on? I can't do nothing.
Who told you that?
This is way out of my hands.
John, you're telling yourself that.
Yeah.
Your entire life has been dedicated to your God. And your God has asked you to provide unshakable faith the entire time. And it's just going to all go away now?
I think with this, my God told me to go fuck myself.
I don't know, John. I'm not as dedicated as you are, but I don't think that's the case.
John, if we can all see it, why can't you? You are God's chosen one. You have been the entire time.
Jerry?
It doesn't matter what these things say to you. It's about what you tell yourself and what your God is actually saying to you. Because these things are not your God.
Jerry, that's absolute crap. I ain't no chosen one, and I'm gonna go as hard as I can in this fight. Still get my ass kicked just to prove it to you.
Jerry's just going to take a step back.
Jerry takes a look at his palm, and he had like half of that speech written down, and it's all smeared now.
And just like give him the weird champ.
Could you just not?
Do I get my dailies back?
No.
Just go fuck yourself, Dan.
Yikes.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll give you guys your dailies back.
Oh, wow, that's very nice of you.
See, that's all it takes. You just gotta act like a fucking douchebag.
Because you guys did kind of blow them.
If you don't give me my daily, I'm gonna int down mid.
I didn't have this fight planned until it was like, oh shit, we're not ending this week? Oh, well, fuck.
I think it's special circumstances. We've got extra support, so we're fucking geared.
You're not getting your
Phase 2.
healing surges back, but you're getting your dailies back. So, short rest rules, spend as many healing surges as you want to recover that much HP.
And this is not a milestone.
No, it is. You guys had a skills challenge and then a combat.
Oh,
So you each have an action point.
nice.
Nice.
Patton will spend 2 surges to get himself back up.
After
Hold on, I gotta clear
that-
one more mechanical thing up. I have 2 curative admixtures. I used one. Am I gonna get the second one back, or is it just one?
You need to grab a healing surge from somebody to get the second one.
Okay. Here.
I have the most healing surge. I guess you can have one of mine? Question mark.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll take some of your whiskey, pour it out into a vial, dig into my bag. You hear me just like a bunch of stuff shaking, glass hitting each other. All right, got it.
All right. The second you say "got it," these things are going to slam into the roof here. Turn and look at you, and out of the swirling abyss of the one on the right there, you're going to see these little shadowy humanoid figures pop up. And this other one is just screaming. And you may see the names there. They aren't going to tell you that. You're just going to kind of intrinsically know that they're called that.
And those names are Icon of Humanity's Rage and Humanity's Sorrow.
Yes. So, yeah, your temp itch points are gone, if you had any. And if you look back at that big old tower, you can see what you can see here, which is the that thing is going to get done eating that other god. I mean, it's like, there's still a bit of a corpse that just kind of chucks off. It's going to float up above that big-ass spire and just coalesce into a big ol' swirling vortex circle. And you're going to see little shadowy tendrils just arc out everywhere.
Is it, are they just going ever, are they targeting people?
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to people.
Okay.
Did you scale down the previous map and throw it in this?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
down there at the bottom. That's really cool.
To show how fucking high up you guys are.
This is so much better than Roll20.
If you'll see in the center, there is a medical helipad with a medical helicopter that appears to be functional.
All right, so guys, we're going to make jetpacks.
I'm just saying that it is there.
All right, John, here's a kite, and I'm going to take this big leaf, and I'm going to whoosh, and you're going to fly with it.
So you're going to hear a loud thud, like a meaty thud, as that god corpse hits the ground. And from that swirling void, you're going to hear screamed, just, "They will come back to me."
I imagine when that thing hits the ground, like a bunch of greenery sprouts up and then just fucking welts and dies.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I was gonna check the Autodoc port chat log for anything from Azrael, like any tips, tricks, Easter eggs.
The chat log is going to be a lot of A's.
He's
a couple holy shits. And then finally, in lowercase, they've completely lost control of it. That crazy son of a bitch melded with a god.
And then he posts the PogChamp.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, do we no longer feel the controller or anything like that?
What do you mean? What controller?
The person that was controlling Neuromancer in the last fight.
Oh no, they're somewhere.
Oh, so that's not the crazy son of a bitch.
No, he was talking about Michael.
Oh.
No, yeah, the big thing ate a god.
In the meantime, did we ever... I know this is like a...
This is not a meantime time.
But what happened to the other followers, like Gabriel and Raphael?
That's a good question.
And this isn't the time for that question.
You didn't see him when you went up.
I think because we cheated, didn't we? We kind of teleported.
Yeah.
But we
So, I
didn't
mean,
see them when we went outside either.
You didn't see him when you went outside, so many things could have happened.
I'm getting my memories mixed up with the alternate timeline where we recorded and then went, wow, that fucking blowed. And then we did it again, which is this time.
Yeah. Also, for Patton, you're going to get, like, some, like, side-eye glances at some, like, blue, transparent, humanoid-looking things.
Where?
Just, out of the corner of your eye, wherever you look.
Like floaties.
And another little chat log that says, wait, you're being protected.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put in there. I'm not sure by who, and I'm not sure what.
Oh, you get the distinct feeling that they're your people.
Okay, our guys, our Aperture Science fellas.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Man, I sure wish they had like a fighter jet or something that could just like shoot this thing. I'm gonna hit it with a crossbow, I guess. We'll see what that does to stop a god.
It seems like them being there is stopping this thing from just, yoinking your bodies immediately.
I appreciate that.
So, if you will see here, we have on your left the icon of humanity's rage, on your right the icon of humanity's sorrow. Both of them have auras. You don't want to be in the auras. Let me just say that.
I want to be in the aura.
You don't want to be in the aura.
One note from a player, I literally have to be in the aura.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you don't want to be.
That doesn't matter to me. It's just kind of a consequence of fighting, yeah?
Yeah. Also, the screamy red one looks like all shimmery and weird. It is insubstantial. Which means it takes half damage from all sources except that Force or Radiant.
Can I put in that chat log? I don't know if this will mean anything, but just like, can you guys give us some info if you get a chance? Cool.
You're going to actually get, like, from a little garbled, it's not going to have, like, a username, it's just going to be, like, a fucking weird-ass string. Like, you're just going to get a little emoji thumbs up.
You got this.
Alright, cool.
So, the left aura is healing surge related. You don't want to spend healing surges in that aura. The blue one is if you start your turn there, you start to rot and take necrotic damage.
Ooh.
And those little guys are minions. Meh.
And that's where we'll leave off on this episode of Revival, a Dungeons & Dragons real play podcast. You can find the show on YouTube, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and now on Facebook too. Yeah, Facebook does podcasts, and Amazon too. Kinda wild. You could find the link to all of those in the descriptions here. And we're coming up on the very end of Season 1 of Revival, a Dungeons & Dragons real play podcast. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next episode.